Hello farmers, my name is Wadzanai Manyore, coming to you today from Gwiranenzara Irrigation Scheme here in Mutoko, where we are looking at onions production success story. We are looking at it from a business perspective, whereby we are having our government of Zimbabwe encouraging our local farmers to take horticulture as a formidable business. We are looking at onion production and now harvesting ahead of marketing. We are going to be talking to Mr. Nyika Yaramba. He is a youthful farmer who's undertaking onion production amongst other vegetables as a business to ensure that he takes care of his family and even the livelihood and his lifestyle. We are going to be looking at onion production beginning from its fertilization, the chemicals that he used, and how he is harvesting. Stay tuned. At this point in time, we have taken the liberty of inviting Mr. Nyika Yaramba, who is a youthful farmer here in Mutoko, working to produce various vegetables under horticultural production. We are looking at the horticultural recovery plan here in Zimbabwe, ahead of achieving our vision as a country, which is Vision 2030, of becoming an upper middle class economy by year 2030. Mr. Nyika Yaramba, thank you so much for joining us today.
Okay, yeah, welcome, Wadzanai.
As we get into our discussion, can we have a brief background, a brief history of how you started or how you ended up as a horticultural farmer?
This project of farming, I can say we were born in agriculture.
Yes.
Because takangokura tiri mazviri. Tichirerwa, takangozvarwa mai vedu vachirima. Tichiendeswa kuchikoro, tandisina baba. Pana mai base. Tichiendeswa kuchikoro nekuda horticulture until now. So when I finished my O level in 2001, I ndakambomira makore anoita 5 years. Then in these 5 years, I was a vendor at corner store shops there. So, but in 2006, I realized that vending is no longer paying the enough money. Yes. That so in 2006, ndakasiya zvevending. Then I'll come back home and start my farming at dry land.
Okay.
I used at dry land only in that time. So in 2010, that is when ndopa ndakawana ndimaine kuti ndichiita horticulture.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started horticulture again personally in 2010.
Okay.
Right.
Now, Mr. Nyika Yaramba, I want us to look at onions production. I understand that you also do have a bit of carrots on the side, but today we are looking at onion harvesting rather. You are now in a season whereby you are harvesting your onions, taking them to the market. Yeah. In terms of onion production, Mr. Nyika Yaramba, can you maybe talk to us in terms of the variety that you established? When was it established? Starting with the seedlings, the seed bed, the nursery, moving on to transplanting, the days up to maturity. How long does it take from transplanting up to harvesting? How long does it take from your seed bed up to transplanting, and the variety as well?
Okay, this variety of onion is Dina F1, but some people know this variety as Azera. That is the common name they talk about, but its proper name is Dina F1. So I started doing my seed bed on 23 March 2023. Then it takes about 6 weeks on seed bed. Then in 1st May, that is when I first do my first transplant of my onion. From 1st May until I finished transplanting. So this onion Dina F1, its days of maturity is 90 to 110 days. That is the days it may take. But as you see now, it might be more days because of late harvesting. Yeah. But its normal days is 90 to 110 days.
Okay, can you talk to us in terms of the hectarage or the area under onion production in terms of numbers? The name of the program is Agribusiness. We have a great emphasis on numbers.
Okay, in number of onion, I saw 900,000 seeds on my seed bed. Then I transplanted them. but due to some losses because of different sizes, if I discount the losses ngabvisa dzimwe dzinofawo dzimwe dzakatadza kumera, I will have to count about 850,000 seeds.
Okay.
Yes. Then the size of these beds is 1.2 width by 72 meters long. Then again, in each bed, we used to space the spacing size. Use 15 centimeters by 7 to 10 centimeters.
Okay.
Yes.
In terms of fertilizers, in every cropping venture, you are going to need fertilizers. Can you talk to us in terms of the fertilizers that you used to establish this crop? Behind me, there are heaps of beautiful onions, beautiful bulbs, huge bulbs, and coming in different sizes. In terms of the fertilizers, what kind of fertilizers did you use? From basal fertilizer up to top dressing, and even supplements. Some come in with foliar fertilizers. What did you use in terms of your fertilizers?
Okay, in fertilizer, on fertilizers, I use Basal D. I used the Basal D because I wasn't having a compound C. Okay. But the compound C, that is the proper
that is
compound.
The one that is recommended by agronomists?
Yes. So when I use my compound D, I use them on transplanting. Ndoba nakatanga kushandisa ndichimaka malines angu ndichibva ndamwa compound D shoma ndobva ndatesta. It was a test. Ndika was wanati anzi aidi kuita transplant ne fertilizer, saka ndaita a test kuona kuti zvinobuda here.
Okay.
Then I do that test and ndakaona ichibuda zvakanaka, ndobva ndazodzokazve ne compound yoyo D yakasangana ne compound AN.
Okay.
So for top dressing. Then after that I use calcium nitrate for topping my onion wire. Then after in supplements I use Winstart, then I use WinGrow, then at the end I use potassium nitrate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the supplements fertilizers I use.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nyikayaramba, for such a detailed presentation. On that note, viewers, we've come to the end of this first segment. We're going to go on a short commercial break. We'll be right back with this and more in the second segment. Stay tuned. Thank you, Zimbabwe, for staying tuned to Agricultural New Directions, Agribusiness, in support of Vision 2030. Today we are here in Mutoko looking at onion production and onion harvesting. It is past the winter season, and this is where our onion farmers here in Zimbabwe are taking their produce to the market. They are smiling all the way to the bank, given that they did adhere to the agronomic practices that are often imparted to them through the agronomic services we have here in our country. Now, viewers, we encourage you to be a part of this conversation. Feel free to get in touch with the producer, Wadzanai Manyore. It's on 0772-807-506. Alternatively, you can like our Facebook page, Agribusiness with Wadzanai. Leave your comments and suggestions on our YouTube channel and make a follow-up on this episode and more. Agribusiness with Wadzanai. We are also now available on X, where most of these discussions do take place. It's at Agribusiness 110. Now, earlier on, before into the break, I was talking to Mr. Nyikayaramba here in terms of fertilizer application, the types of fertilizers that he used, from basal, top dressing, and even the supplements that he used in form of foliar fertilizers that he was enlightening our audience on. Mr. Nyikayaramba, we are here in the second segment. Welcome back.
Okay, you're welcome, Wadzanai.
Now I want us to look at the pests and diseases that were a menace in your production, in your onion production venture. Beginning with the diseases. Ma onion anonyanyo atakwa nezvirwere zvipi, ende imi makazvikurira sei? We are standing in rows where we have beautiful bulbs that you are harvesting. They look healthy, blemish free, even the leaves. One can actually make soup from the leaves that I'm looking at. In terms of disease control, what are those diseases that are a menace and how did you control them?
Okay. In onion we have three major diseases. Anonya kunetsa ma onion.
Yes.
We have white tip, Then we have purple brooch and pink rot
Okay.
again. So kuti ndikwanise kumanija zvirwere izvi ndaishandisa hangu mushonga, asi mavambo ndekuti ndine magroups andiri farming.
Oh, okay.
Of different companies and different
regions.
Yes, nema agro dealers.
Yes.
So imomomo ndo mati ndichiti ndikaona pane zvakundiremera ndikakanda pa group then ndozwanzi panda zvakati, panda mushonga wakati, panda mushonga wakati anditika. Saka pa purple brooch ne white tip ndo zvinonyanya kubata. That's the most common diseases in onions productions. So I managed these diseases by using copper oxchloride, manganese plus metalax, which is known as Ridomil Gold. Then we have to alternate these fungicides. Then I use again range, which is known as cymoxanil. So we have not to stand with one fungicide. We have to alternate different types. But the most important fungicide is Sky or known as azoxystrobin and difenoconazole. Then manganese and metalax.
Okay.
Then range again. Once we have used these three chemicals, mostly job done. And in using these chemicals, we have to use again with stickers or water.
Okay.
So that because as you see here in this irrigation, we use overhead. So in overhead, we have got more challenges
with diseases because they spread quicker.
Yes. So we have to use again sticker so that the chemical can stay longer. And saka izo ndo zvakatibatsira ma groups kuti tikwanise kumanage ma diseases. Then apart from diseases, then in pest, major pest inoyakunetsa is only thrips. Cutworm is not.
When thrips attack your onions, what do they look like? Kuti monoti onion yato attackwa ne thrips zvinenge zvaita sei?
Patinoona kuti maonion edani kirikina atakwa nema thrips like samuri kuona pashizha iri rinotanga kuti tune tumadododo tukuratidza kucheneruka, so pamwoyo chaipo tikapavhura kudai so tinoona paine tuinda to black and yellow, so like ito ndo tunobva tatati pane zviri kuita se zviri kuitika mumaonion, tobva tatanga kutospray. Then to control my thrips, I use acetamiprid and I use exterminate, Hoover and imidacloprid.
Okay.
So you have to alternate again.
So that they don't get resistant to the chemicals.
Yes.
Now I want us to talk about your irrigation. You touched briefly on it when you told our audience that you are using overhead sprinklers. When it comes to onion production, what are we looking at, given that the onions are produced in winter and in winter there is no rain?
Okay. On irrigating, as you see this portion, it is 70 by 70. This is the second portion of my onion. So this portion, we divide it into 4 portions. Both every member use three sprinklers at a time.
Okay.
So taiti unoti ukadidza ndima ine nhasi, mangwana udiridzai, mangwana udiridzai, mangwana udiridzai. Pazuva rechi5, then you come back.
The rotation comes back to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ndo mamanejera tinoita mvura yacho.
Generally, as we round off this segment, Mr. Nyika Yaramba, what are the key fundamentals when it comes to onion production? Okay.
Pama onion, hatifanira kungonakidzwa kuti tangorima onion.
Yes.
Because last year I used to grow Texas. As I said before, this is dinner.
Yes.
But Texas, haina kunyatso yakabuda zvakanaka, but yaita dambudziko rekusplita. But when we go to hybrids, anodhura, yes, asi kana takunotaura uniformity takuwana uniformity ende mukatarisa kuti hapana kana one yamunoona yandogona kurasa.
Okay, there is no bulb that is split into two.
Yes.
All of them look beautiful and round.
Yes.
Okay.
And saka ndo zvatokurudzira kuti vamwe kana vachitaka kutenga mbeu ngatirege kurwadziwa nenyaya yekuti price yehybrid kana kuti yazodai, ngatipinde muhybrids. And some farmers now they only think that kuti hybrid is only the long term crop, but in horticulture hybrid is only inongotaura kuti imbeu yakauchwa zvemhando yepamusoro, but it have a short season.
Okay,
like
they are short season.
Yes.
So people think that if you say hybrid, they think it's going to take all 3 months or 6 months, and yet it simply means that it is a seed that is produced under quality conditions.
Yes.
To ensure that as a farmer you are profitable.
Yes.
Okay.
Was as you see, when we compare Texas, it takes 5 to 6 months to harvest or from transplanting, but Dina F1 3 months, 90 to 110 days.
Okay.
You see, so that is the differences between the varieties of seeds in onion.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nyikayaramba. That was very detailed. On that note, viewers, we've come to the end of the second segment, where he was emphasizing and highlighting the importance of getting hybrid seeds when it comes to onion production. We're going to go on a short commercial break. We'll be right back with this and more in the third and final segment. Stay tuned. Thank you, Zimbabwe, for staying tuned to Agricultural New Directions, Agribusiness. Today we are here in Mutoko, where we are looking at onions harvesting. This farmer established their onions in nursery in March, and now we are here in September. They are harvesting their onions, taking them to Harare for marketing. Nyikayaramba, we are here in the final segment. Welcome back.
Okay, yeah, welcome, Wadzanai.
When you take your onions to the market, what kind of market are you targeting? Secondly, how do you take them to the market? How are you grouping them? How are you selling them? Are they in bags? Are they in buckets? Is it per bundle? What is it like for you?
In this first time of my kurima kwangu onion like this, ndakangotagita Mbare.
Okay.
Nemhaka yekuti ndiendese padry storage handina so far, so I targeted Mbare musika. Pambare musika sezvamaona kuti totageta kuti at $2 band kana dzakakura kudai so, starting at $2.
Okay.
$50 ending up to $1 on small sizes.
Okay. In a bundle, how much do you have in a bundle? How many onions are in a bundle?
This one, it might be have 20, 25, 27, then 30. Then the smallest ones will put 35.
Okay.
35 there.
Okay.
So kana taenda pamusika manje zvakuenderana nekuti vadaombe unongochichajawo mari yakaita se yakati kurei zvichienda uye zvekuti market yacho panguva iyoyo yakamira se.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now Nyikayaramba, generally what does the market look at? Vari kunyanyoda maonyeni akaita sei? Vari kuda tudiki here twekuti akatocheka cheka ipapo haana inosara, kana kuti ari kuda mazihombe zvakamira sei? Market inonyanyoda maonyeni akaita sei?
Yes, local the big bulbs are the number one.
Okay.
Because ma households vanomirira households vashoma, vanoda diki kungocheka ibva yapera ipapo. Asi kubva, this is the 13th trip of my harvesting, but onye pese pandoenda musika onye inotanga kuenda ndo ine mabulb mahombe to medium. The small ones ndo andozonditambudza, ndo andozodzikisa price, ndo atoenda azongoyeshedzera $1 haba ngoyadi yafamba, but my big bulbs kunosara kochena ndisina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, Nyikayaramba, as we close this segment, as we close this episode, there are those who are watching from home who might want to get into onion production next year. Ndezvipi zvamungavataurira? Imi makatotanga muna March, izvita muna September, ndo pamakuwana goho renyu. You are an onion farmer. Do you have varieties that can be produced during the rainy season, or you would advise our farmers kuti onion ngatigumire tiri kuchando? Zvakamira sei?
maonyeni ane mavarieties akasiyana siyana akati wandei. Kune mamwe anoita zvawo muzhizha kana kuti anoti tinofana pane iri pamberi peishi inonzi adha, ndo yatokwanisa kutanga nayo kutogona unesa in January anditika, then tozoterana na Dina F1 nedzimwe dzakadaro. Asi zvakuda kuti kana mvura ichiri kunaya pane pautoda kusimba nemishonga yemafungicides. Chinchanya kubata maone andiri kuita pakurima kurikuitwa maonyeni inyaya yezvirwere. Anditika zvirwere ndo zvanyaya kubata varimi. Then pazvirwere papa tiribva tamhanya futi kuma OPV. Then ma OPV anoteerwa nezvirwere as compared to ma hybrids. And muno muda ndinava ma fellow farmers angu vaitorimawo wakanga wakarima maonyeni iwa but vanga vaisa Texas vakaita loss.
Okay.
Yeah. Saka ine time zvayo asi anoti zvakanyanyisa stereki. Nguva taakupinda ndo ingatongotiwo inontinetsei, but as from January tokwanisa kutotanga kutoisa seedbed reonyeni.
Okay. Now pama onions, as we close, there are big bulbs and smaller bulbs. Chinosiyanisa kuti bulb iri rinyatsokura ifertilizer here, imvura here, mishonga here. Chinoti you have a bigger bulb but at the same time you have tinier bulbs. Zvinenge zvafamba sei?
Right. Panyaya size yebulb chincha ndakanotisa ndechekuti from transplanting anditi tichibva from seedlings pamabeds ndandakaisa mabeds angu angangori 4.5. Saka anga akanyanya kudi kubatana. Mamwe acho saka size yeonyeni ye seedling ndo inozo contribute zvakare ku size yebulb. Saka patakaita transplant pa grading pai vamwe irasika pa size, then I mixa. Saka ikangodzimara yato ya mixa ikadzikwa yakasangana, iyoyo yadzikwa iri diki, iyoyo yaitwa transplant iri diki aichatoenderani nemamwe
inobudiswa kabulb kadi
yautojirwa bonzo nehombe yautosara. Andimona ndo pandakanyatsoona to saka next time ndofana kuita careful pa grading. Pa grading tiri pa transplanting ndo kuti iunze chi semningirekeni. Because pa spacing yes 15 to 7 or 15 by 7 to 10 centimeters haina problem.
Okay.
As I see haina problem, but problem yakawira pa grading ndo pane dambudziko. Ndo patikudona mafamasi.
Thank you so much, Wanyika Yaramba, for taking your time. I understand that you are busy. You are harvesting ahead of loading your truck to go to Mbare for marketing. It was a pleasure having you with us today.
Thank you, Wadzanai. Thank you. So I know now kuti zita rangu rinenge rati Fambei nekudawo kwema companies. Ndoda kungotendawo zvakare ma company. Ozi ndiyandisesedza kuti ndisvike pandasvika papi. Panapa ndasitomborina mari yekutenga enough ma seedlings.
Okay.
But vakanti pay half down iyoyo, then the other one you pay later.
Matengesa.
Yes, I would thank Francis and Beauty Magia. Vakandisesedza kusvika ndasvika pandasvika.
There you heard it, viewers. We are looking at onion production, and in this season we are looking at onion harvesting ahead of marketing. I want to leave you with a small assignment, food for thought. Say you are a young farmer, you are a youthful farmer, you have transplanted 900,000 seedlings, you are looking to have roughly 850,000 bulbs, and you are going to be putting them in bundles of 25 each, going for $2 per bundle. How much money are you going to be having? How much profit are you going to be making as a youthful farmer? From me, your host, Zanai Manyore. I'm also on Instagram. It's W Manyore, and the crew behind the scenes. Have yourselves a fabulous evening. Thank you for watching.